You worked for it. Late nights, extra projects, saying yes when you wanted to say no, proving yourself over and over again in rooms where you had to work twice as hard just to be seen. And then it finally happened. The promotion came through, the title changed, the salary went up, and for a moment, maybe a week, maybe a month, it felt like everything was finally moving in the right direction. But something strange happened after that. The financial pressure didn't ease the way you expected. The breathing room you were counting on never quite arrived. The bank account looks different, but it doesn't feel different. And you're starting to wonder how it's possible that earning more has somehow left you feeling just as financially stuck as you were before. You are not imagining it. For millions of people, a promotion is not the financial turning point they thought it was going to be. It is the beginning of a more expensive version of the same problem. And the reason why, the real reason, is something nobody talks about when they hand you that new title and congratulate you on moving up. Today that changes. Here is what actually happens the moment a promotion lands. Before the money even arrives, your brain starts spending it. Not recklessly, reasonably, logically even. You start thinking about the apartment that finally makes sense now. The car that feels appropriate for someone at your level, the wardrobe that matches the new title, the restaurants you can actually afford now, the trips you kept putting off because the timing was never right. And here is the part that makes this so dangerous. None of these things feel like mistakes. Every single one of them feels earned, because they are earned. You worked hard, you sacrificed, you waited, and now the reward is finally here. But what your brain is doing in those first weeks after a promotion is rewriting your entire financial identity around a new income level before you have had a single chance to build anything with it. The lifestyle expands to fill the income, every time, almost automatically. And by the time the new salary feels normal, which happens faster than you think, you are already living at its ceiling. Already spending everything it provides, already back to the same position you were in before, just with a better title on your desk and a higher number on your paycheck that somehow still disappears by the end of the month. This is the promotion illusion, the belief that more income automatically means more financial progress. It doesn't. Not without intention. Not without a plan that exists before the money arrives. Here is something that should be taught to every single person before they receive their first promotion, and almost never is. Your gross salary increase and your actual take-home increase are very different numbers. When you move into a higher income bracket, your tax rate increases on the portion of income that falls into that bracket, which means the raise that looked like $800 a month extra on paper might actually arrive as $500 or less after tax, sometimes significantly less, depending on where you live and how your compensation is structured. And it doesn't stop there. Promotions often come with invisible costs that nobody puts in the offer letter. The upgraded professional wardrobe now expected at your level, the client dinners and work events where you are now expected to show up and contribute, the car that feels necessary now that you are managing a team or meeting with senior leadership, the networking events, the subscriptions and tools that feel essential at this stage of your career. Nobody hands you a bill for these things. They just quietly appear as expectations, and they quietly drain the raise before you ever had a chance to do anything meaningful with it. Most people receive a promotion, feel the excitement of the new salary, and never sit down to calculate what they actually cleared after tax and after the new costs that came with the new role. If they did that calculation honestly, the number would surprise them. And not in a good way. There is something else that happens with a promotion that nobody prepares you for. Your social environment changes, or at least the expectations of it do. You are now operating at a different level professionally. The people around you, colleagues, peers, leadership, exist in a world with different financial norms, different restaurants, different standards for travel, different assumptions about what you drive, where you live, how you present yourself. And the pressure to match those norms is subtle but relentless. It doesn't announce itself. Nobody tells you that you need to upgrade your life to fit the new role, but you feel it. In the offhand comment about the neighborhood someone assumes you live in the lunch spot chosen by the team that costs 3 times what you used to spend, in the quiet comparison that happens in every professional environment, whether anyone admits it or not. And here is what makes this particularly expensive for smart, hardworking people. You have spent years proving yourself, years working to be taken seriously, years earning your place at a table that didn't always make room for you easily. The last thing you want to do after finally getting the promotion is look like you don't belong there. So you spend to belong, not consciously, not as a deliberate decision, but as a response to a pressure that is real even when it is invisible. And that spending, the clothes, the lunches, the car, the apartment in the right neighborhood, quietly consumes the very raise that was supposed to change your financial life. Here is the number that should keep you up at night. Every dollar of your raise that gets absorbed into lifestyle instead of invested is not just a dollar you don't have. It is every dollar that dollar would have become over the next 10, 20, 30 years. Let's make this concrete. You get promoted. Your take-home increases by $600 a month. You lifestyle absorbs the entire $600. New apartment, better car, upgraded everything. Feels reasonable, feels earned, but $600 a month invested consistently for 25 years at a modest average return doesn't just become $180,000. It becomes something closer to $600,000 or more, depending on market performance. That is the actual cost of letting lifestyle absorb your raise. Not $600 a month. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of future wealth that simply never gets built. Most people never see this number. Nobody shows them the real cost of the decision in terms of what that money could have become. They just see the monthly amount and decide it's not that significant. But compounding makes every dollar of a raise either extraordinarily valuable or extraordinarily expensive, depending on what you do with it in the first 30 days. That window, the 30 days after a promotion, is one of the most financially important periods of your entire career. And almost everyone wastes it. Here is the exact framework for making sure your next promotion actually changes your financial life. Step 1. Calculate the real number before you spend a single dollar, before the lifestyle adjusts, before the brain starts rewriting the budget. Sit down and calculate exactly what the promotion actually means in take-home pay after tax. Then subtract any genuine new costs that come with the role. What remains is your real raise, not the headline number, the actual number. Work with that. Step 2. Commit 70% of the real raise to your future before you touch it. Not 50%, not someday. 70% of the actual after-tax increase goes directly into your investment account or debt payoff the day the new salary begins. Automate it immediately, before the lifestyle has a chance to expand, before the spending adjusts to the new normal. The window is short. Use it while it's open. Step 3. Give yourself the other 30% guilt-free. This is important. The goal is not to punish yourself for earning more. You worked for this. You deserve to feel the reward. The 30% is yours to enjoy, a genuine lifestyle upgrade that you have earned and can actually afford, because the important part is already handled. Enjoy it fully, without guilt, without second guessing, because the future is already funded. Step 4. Audit the hidden costs of the new role immediately. Write down every new expense that comes with the promotion: wardrobe, transport, lunches, events, professional memberships. Make them visible, because invisible expenses are the most dangerous kind. Once you can see them, you can decide which ones are genuinely necessary and which ones are just social pressure wearing the costume of professional necessity. Step 5. Redefine what the promotion means to you. Most people define a promotion by what it allows them to consume: a bigger life, a more visible success, a lifestyle that matches the title. Redefine it differently. A promotion is capital. It is the raw material of financial freedom. Every raise you receive is an accelerator, but only if you treat it as one. The people who retire early, who build real wealth, who actually achieve financial independence, they almost always trace it back to a moment when they received more money and chose not to spend it. That moment is available to you right now. Here is what most people never realize until it is too late. A career full of promotions and raises can still end in financial stress if every single increase gets absorbed into lifestyle before it has a chance to build anything. There are people who have been promoted 5, 6, 7 times over a career, whose income has tripled from where they started, who have impressive titles and respected positions and absolutely nothing to show for it financially, because every step up the ladder came with a corresponding step up in spending. And the gap between what they earned and what they built never closed. It just moved to a higher number. A promotion is not a destination. It is a tool. And like any tool, it only produces results when it is used deliberately. The people who build real financial security through their careers are not necessarily the ones who got promoted the most or earned the highest salaries. They are the ones who treated every income increase as an investment opportunity first and a lifestyle upgrade second. That order, investment first, lifestyle second, is the entire difference between a career that ends in financial freedom and one that ends in financial anxiety, regardless of how successful it looked from the outside. You earned the promotion. Nobody is taking that away from you. But earning it and keeping it are two completely different things. And right now, whether a promotion just happened or one is coming, you have a choice that most people never consciously make. You can let the raise disappear into a lifestyle that expands quietly and automatically until the new salary feels just as tight as the old one. Or you can treat the next 30 days as the most financially important window of your career so far. Capture the raise before it escapes. Automate the future before the present consumes it. Build something real with the income you worked so hard to earn. The promotion was the reward for everything you have already done. What you do with it now, that is the reward for everything still ahead of you. Do not waste it. Anna Investment is here every step of the way.